First thing that I'll say is that you're never, and again, so many people that have been here before have heard this me say this advice before. But let me just say this. First thing is you will never get worse at a language by spending time with it. So what I basically lay out is the, I'd say, optimized way of doing things in a way where you don't need to think about it. So everything that you do, the order it's laid out, when it's released, all that stuff has already been pre-thought in a way that I've seen it work for students over and over and over. But in your case, you're like, look, I'm in this environment and it's really hard to not use some word, even to just navigate slightly, whatever. No, it's not going to harm you because you're still spending time with the language. And the thing is, from what I understand, the amount of input that you guys are doing, which is quite a bit, probably will overcome any of the issues and allow you to, allow you to overcome some of the things, some of the issues that might have arisen as a result of maybe speaking too early. I think that especially as you're going through the fluency sort of deck, which is going to have a lot of the high frequency words, using especially like nouns here and there is probably fine, right? Like occasionally you're going to put together simple sentences, and actually you can borrow some of the sentences inside of the deck. And you're going to see here in a couple of days, this is going to unlock for you. You can also make your own cards inside of the app itself, which you can take directly from circumstances that you're in. And there's no harm in having a word appear twice because you're just going to basically just encounter it more, which is fine. Especially if it's high frequency, it might be of value to encounter it more often. So really what I'm saying is, I think you using those words little here and there is not going to hurt because it's also increasing your involvement in the language, which might increase your identity in the language, which again, the most important thing is adherence, that you're doing it. And so I think it's fine to say those things. However, if you get to a point, which I doubt is going to happen, where you're really trying to speak more often than you're just sitting down and doing your immersion, then that's when it can become a bit of a problem. The people that I'm normally speaking to when I say, hey, don't say anything, are people that are coming from this crowd of obsession of speak from day one. They've seen all these programs and these people say, this is the way to do it. And again, it feels right because you're technically speaking. So it's like, oh, I'm fluent faster, right? I'm speaking. No, that's not at all accurate. So it's fine. It's fine, but never compensate, like never allow the immersion to slip. That's what's going to help put you in the right direction. And because you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know when you're saying something and it's wrong. And you might get into this habit of every time you say, let's say you say the word sheep, right? You're like, oh, sheep, to point at something like the animal sheep, but actually it's a goat. And it's like, you're saying sheep. And now every single time you want to say goat, you accidentally say sheep. And the reason why is because you got so used to, so ingrained in pairing that word and the concept together that it's hard to break. And so with the amount of input that I know that you both are doing, I think it should be absolutely fine. But I would make an effort to not go. This sounds kind of weird to say because I don't want to tell you how to live your lives, but maybe don't go seeking a ton of output until you get there. Again, if you need any sort of like motivation, I'm sure you've already seen this, but if you look at the Real Students, Real Results tab inside of the classroom, you'll see Andre, who's Ezio in this call right now, and you'll see the way he speaks Italian after 61 days. I've had native Italian speakers listen to him and be like, and actually there was a comment on the video, I think last week, that said, I know he's not a native speaker, but I was blown away at how well he spoke Italian. So like the point is, if you do a ton of, and he was doing like 7-8 hours a day, which was crazy. But the point is that if you also are doing a huge volume, it will compensate for any like little mistakes you might build here or there. So it's fine to do it. Make sure you're doing the immersion. Real quick, since you made it to the end, if you're done collecting apps and you actually want to speak your target language, this next part is for you. I acquired Mandarin in 182 days. I've helped thousands of people acquire their target language, and I took one of my students from 0 to conversational Italian in 61 days. I put the entire method into a free video called the Fluency Roadmap. It's in the description and in the pinned comment. Go watch it. It's completely free, and let me help you actually get there.